we're going to look at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X on the original Xbox. This was an Xbox exclusive back in the day. It didn't even come out in Europe or Japan, just a North American exclusive. And yeah, so we're just going to dive into this game. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, how it feels today, how it compares to even Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, because in a way, this was the original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake. Even though it's called Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X, it did include Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 in it as well if you beat the campaign a couple times. So let's dive in, let's take a look. So of course the first thing I'm always doing whenever I boot up an older game is I jump into the options, because first of all I like to turn on subtitles for myself, and I like to turn off anything that's like motion blur and stuff like that, and I like to just see how far these games have come. So you can see in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X there is motion blur, which I turned off, of course. So we're just going to dive right into School 2, which at this point I've already played the first level. I was diving into this game for a little bit, and I love Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Like, I grew up on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and especially number 2. I played it on the PC of all places. And when I was playing this, it did start to feel a little dated, especially compared to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. This one just felt a little bit slower. You know, you couldn't do some of the moves that you can do. You can't do like the revert. You can't do just like combining combos. But it still felt good. It still felt like a Tony Hawk game. It felt like the classic Tony Hawk. You know, like it just had that old school feeling. It doesn't hold up to, you know, by today's standards compared to the remake on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. But that's okay. You know, it's still good to have for your collection. And it does have things that are better than, in my opinion, the remake. It has, for example, it has custom soundtracks in this, and not just an overlay like Spotify or anything like that, but actual custom soundtracks within the game. So while it lacks probably in graphics and things like this and music, it makes up for it because it's actually integrated into the game, and that's one of the things I loved about the original Xbox, is the integration with your custom music. So, for example, I ripped a Blink-182 CD onto my Xbox, and I could just play it right in Tony Hawk. Like, it plays the song for the 2 minutes, and then it will go to the next song in my next round. It's not just an overlay that you have over top of your Xbox. That is a major plus in this game for me, is the custom soundtrack. It has all the same challenges that are in the Tony Hawk series. You know, collect, skate, you got 2 minutes, you got everything like that. I actually like this version more than like Underground and the ones where you didn't have a time limit. I kind of liked this one, like you kind of had to find the secrets. And here we are just taking a look at New York level as well in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. And again, you can see that it's a little dated. Well, it's pretty dated actually compared to what it is now. If you had the option, you should be playing on the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, obviously. But if you have this game in your collection, you feel like playing that old school style Tony Hawk, it still feels good. I mean, it takes a minute or two to kind of get used to it, but then once you're diving into it, you're used to the controls, you're used to everything else. It feels good. It feels like a classic Tony Hawk's game, and that's what I like about it. At the end of the day, it's Tony Hawk, and you know, it's going to feel good no matter what. It felt good on the Game Boy Advance, it felt good on the PC, it felt good on the Xbox, and you know, I'll continue to play this game probably. I will try to see if I can unlock Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 with it, because I know you have to beat the game a couple times. And here's just like a little clip I did comparing it to the Xbox One version. So you can see here we're in School 2 on the Xbox, and we'll see here in a sec what it plays like and looks like on the Xbox One. And it's just night and day difference. Even the speed, right? You can just feel the speed of it. Even though it touts that it's 60 frames on the original Xbox, I don't feel that as much. With this one, you know, it's so fast, it's so fluid. I guess it does feel a little bit like 60 frames, but on the Xbox One, it's just so much better. Like, it just feels so fluid. You can see I wiped out twice here. I just kind of had the same wipeout. Yeah, overall, you know, I will keep playing this game. I just feel like I'm a little hesitant because I do have it on the Xbox One, but this game just feels so good. And this game, you got to keep in mind, it's almost 20 years old, and it still feels excellent for what it is. And you know, it still has positives. It has the custom soundtracks, which I love. So overall, how does it run in 2021? I'd say it runs pretty damn good. I mean, for a game that's almost 20 years old, it's classic Tony Hawk. So if you have this game in your collection, make sure you give it a try. If you don't have it in your collection, make sure if you could find it, pick it up, because like I said, it was only available in North America, and it still runs really well today. Well guys, this about wraps it up for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever played this game before, and if you do like this type of video, be sure to like and subscribe.